r/AskReddit by Redmond Dts. People who dated someone who were cheating on their partner. How did that unfold? She claimed to be in an open relationship that she had apparently opened on her end without being transparent about that with her partner. Not surprisingly, after she turned out to be lying about that, she turned out to be lying about other things as well. I didn't know they were cheating until I found her Facebook with a different last name through a friend I had no idea we were mutually friends with. Turns out the girl was married and even had kids. I don't want kids, and I even mentioned that to her, and she said she didn't want to have kids either, so it was pretty big shock to find out. I found her husband's Facebook and texted him about it. He wanted proof, so I sent her texts and videos I had with her. Turns out she was telling him she was going to hang out with her best friend when she was really coming to see me or go on dates with me, and her best friend knew and was covering for her. They got divorced and she ended up blaming me for it. In the first few weeks of dating, she bragged about how her and her ex were both cheating on each other, but she started it. She was shocked when I ended it shortly after. She ended up cheating on me. Great sex though. If they cheat with you, they'll cheat on you. They are still married and willing to cheat every day. She did not tell me she was married and had kids. When I found out, I dumped her. I didn't know for a few weeks. Then she said something while we were wasted, and I immediately stopped talking to her after telling her I thought she was a pile of shit for not only doing that to her ex, but for putting me in that situation. Funny enough, she started trying to talk to me again a few weeks ago and casually let me know she was single. Spoiler, he dumped her. And that if I were interested she'd be open to going on some dates. Lol, yeah, not happening. After a few dates, I found out he had a wife and infant twins. Not because he told me, but because one of his friends tagged him in a picture, but didn't tag her properly. I could see her name, but it wasn't linked like a tag. I guess the guy I was seeing went into all his wife's stuff and blocked me, so I couldn't see anything she tagged him in or any of his stuff with her. Once I found out, I took a step back, but didn't tell him I knew. Let him chase me a bit. He sent me some pretty damning texts. I had a friend look up the wife and get her mom's name, then send all the screenshots of texts, even a photo of us at dinner to his mom and her mom. Then I blocked him from everything. Her mom thanked me, his mom blocked me. A week later I got a message request from her. She was using her maiden name. She basically said she was confused how she felt about me, but wanted to thank me for letting her know when I did. Apparently, her parents were just about to close on a house they were gifting to them, which would have made the divorce more difficult. Didn't hear from her after that, but I checked her page a few times, and it looked like she followed through with the divorce and moved in with her parents. She looked much happier, more relaxed than she did in pictures with him. I got a few texts from his friends telling me I ruined his life, that he was suicidal, and if he died it would be my fault. I only sent the hotline number and blocked them. It stopped pretty quickly. I still feel guilty and that I should have known better, even though it's been a few years, but only so much vetting I can do. I met a girl at work, we started dating, got to the point where we were spending nights together, taking trips together, etc. One day she left my apartment, and 10 minutes later there is a knock on my door. This guy is standing there and asks me if I know her. I was like, yeah, why? He goes, she's my wife. Dude was actually really nice. He just wanted to know what was going on and had figured out where I live through a bit of detective work and got confirmation when she left my place that day. I was shocked and appalled. He was military, they'd gotten married at 18, she just regretted settling so young and used me to live a little. After we confronted her, she went to Burning Man with her sister. After, she came to my place unannounced and asked me to keep the affair going. I asked her how many people she'd cheated on her husband with at Burning Man. She told me 7. I told her it was over and she needed to stop fucking around with her husband because he seemed like a genuinely good guy. It's been a long time, but last I saw they were still married and had at least one child. Just the way that it usually does. Met a guy who was in town for work while I was out at a bar getting a nightcap. Exchanged numbers and ended up hitting it off. He's a bit older than me, but I have always been into older guys, so it's whatever. A couple months later I find out he has a whole family back home. It's the whole regular down low lie. The marriage ended a long time ago in every sense except the legal one. They're waiting until the kids turn 18 to get divorced. He wants to wait until the divorce is over to come out, to spare his wife's feelings. I was 18 and believed we were in love, and if I just waited we would live happily ever after. Of course that didn't happen. About a year into our relationship I see a vow renewal announcement in the newspaper. We split up. 20 years have passed since then. I'm now 38 and Gary is still married to his wife, and every now and then I see him on Grindr looking for another young boy to turn into his down low side piece. Years and years ago I started dating a woman who I met through a friend. It was going well, but about 6 months in I could tell something was off. A couple of months later we broke up and she was dating someone else. Fast forward, she married and has kids with the guy. Years later, the guy ends up texting me, asking if I ever hooked up with his now wife, because he found some old cell phones and read the texts. I tell him when we started dating, and he says he was already dating her a year before that. They get divorced shortly after that. I didn't know he was in a relationship. He said she was his roommate. I was 22, female and naive. He was 31 and a liar. Then he had a life-threatening brain injury, and you should have seen the nurses' faces when they had to ask his mom which one is the legal partner, because we've met his girlfriend and his wife today. Turned out they were still together, and she thought I was a friend of his mom's. We had a screaming fight in the hallway. Not my best moment, but I had to defend myself because I truly didn't know the truth. I believed what he told me. And I don't blame her for hating me then. Then he offered me money to be a surrogate for them. They're all blocked now. Her husband was abusive and she was terrified of him. She still gets nervous around him almost 8 years later. We got together and she left him. We've been together ever since. I make sure to treat her right every day and she treats me like a king. I love my wife. Lol, I have a couple friend who did this. He cheated on his girlfriend of 10 years with her for about a year. Girlfriend found out, they split. He moved out and in with girl he was cheating with. They still live together. Love them both. She's super jealous and scared he's gonna cheat on her. I don't know if he has feelings about it one way or another. Other friends of ours and I have all talked about how it's a pretty messy way to start a relationship. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more. Have a nice evening.